It's a high-altitude game for us today. Welcome to Empower Field at Mile High Stadium in Denver. Today, a good one in store here. It's the Green Bay Packers and the Denver Broncos. To kick off, here's Will Lutz. And here we go at Mile High. Brooks now on the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. So the Packers offense getting set for their first drive. And bringing them out now in his 6th year here in the NFL. Brock is 3rd as a starter from Utah State. It's Jordan Love.
Give a lot of credit to Jordan last year. Worked through a bunch of injuries over the course of the season. Remember, the Packers were down and had to claw themselves back to the playoffs. And this kid's averaged almost 4,000 yards and 30 touchdowns a year the last 2 years as a starter. A big reason why they made the postseason both times.
Here's Josh Jacobs getting his first look on the ground. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday. But doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Going run again with Jacobs. Fights his way through a tackle. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
I call that a table setter right there. Table setter for yourself as a team in that huddle, gaining confidence on the ground, and you know that's going to set the table for some great play-action pass to come.
Play action, Love. Into the hands of Romeo Dobbs. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
Packers. First down. 1st and 10 at the 47.
The numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 47. Handoff here to Jacobs. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more. And they know it.
2nd and
7. Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Shotgun now for Love. Big man showing up the yards. Easily stopped, but not before dealing some damage. He's down to the 12. Wow, they get a big old 32 yards out of that play, as well as a new set of downs.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
From the red zone now. He brings it in. And he's stopped as we get closer to our first points of this ball game. It's going to be 1st and goal now.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Jacobs. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
Let's see what they want to do here. It's 2nd and inches. There's Love to throw. Now setting up a screen for Jacobs. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers finish up an excellent opening series. It's a Josh Jacobs touchdown. What an outstanding opening series, partner. They just wore down that defense as they marched their way to the end zone.
Yeah, it took a whole bunch of that opening script to find a touchdown, but it showed just how well designed that script was. It was the right sequence of plays to keep that ball moving and find the end zone while getting your offense established in its top gear right here early on.
Brandon McManus on for the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Packers will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Broncos nothing.
On now is McManus to kick this away. Here's R.J. Harvey on the return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. So we'll see the Broncos offense now for the first time. And bringing them out. He was a rookie last season when he took the Broncos to the playoffs for the first time in 9 years. Now a sophomore. It's Bo Nix.
At his best, Bo Nix is a point guard facilitating an offense, getting that ball in and out of his hands as quickly as possible, but don't you dare sleep on his legs because he will hurt you with his athleticism too. And oh, by the way, did I mention a maturity well beyond his years?
They run it. Here's R.J. Harvey. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run. And it's not just some quarterbacks, Brock Hewitt, who got to have short memories. You tell me these two defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
Run lost him a yard to begin the drive. Here comes 2nd and 11. Staying on the ground here with Harvey. And he did his part, partner. Got him 8 yards. Sets up 3rd down.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
3rd and just 2 to go. Nice seam in the defense as he crosses the 45. And they'll finally get him at the 47-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Good for a Broncos first down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 47. It's Harvey straight ahead. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. It's Nix out of the pistol. Nothing doing there as the 2nd down pass falls incomplete.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. 3rd and long for him here. That one finds his man, Ingram. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Shotgun hands out to Harvey. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
Job one of so many D tackles in this league is eat up space. Don't get moved off your spot. But the difference makers, they just not only eat the space, they eat those runners too.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Here's Harvey running from his own read. And he gets him around 6 there. Nate Hobbs in on that stop.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
Needing 4 here on 3rd down. This is going to be the 9th play of this drive. Nix from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. He picks up 15 on the play. And it's going to be 1st down, Denver.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
Bringing the offense up to the line. 1st and 10. They give up the middle to Harvey. Wow, he had to power through one tackle just to get back to the line that time.
You know, that's so hard for me, Kate. That's the type of effort that deserves better when it comes to the results. It's going to show up as a negative run on the stat sheet, but that was not the runner's fault. He did all he could to fight to get back to the line, but this defense just kept swarming.
Shotgun snap to Nix. This one's caught. So a solid gain there, Brock, but still 3rd down and short that they've got to figure out now as they pick up 9 on that previous play.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. Nix trying to sneak it. And he is well clear of that marker. That effort's going to set them up with a 1st and goal.
It's a gain of 2.
Love the way they decided to keep the drive moving, Brock, pounding it forward, send an early tone on this opening drive.
It sure does, both physically and then mentally as well, because you know and I know successful run often leads to great play-action pass.
They'll run here. It's Harvey. So some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. 2nd and goal coming up. Ooh, talk about a bad look there, Brock. Going jumbo set and still moving backwards after that play.
I don't think you're talking to this defense, Kate, because I think they thought that was an excellent look to knock that thing backwards.
Yeah, good point, good point. Back now, pressure coming. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos finish up their opening drive. Cortland Sutton, the touchdown. And that opening series, you use this word a lot with me, Brock, methodical. No massive highlights, just effective play calling, steady progress until they cross that goal line.
Yep, and to fans and fantasy football owners, might not have been a highlight, but to the coaches, the entire drive was the highlight. A great start. I mean, great start to the game where their offense stayed consistent, operated the plan just how it was drawn up, and found the end zone as a result.
Will Lutz now on for the extra point. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Broncos start off well to tie things 7-7. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Brooks now on the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. Packers taking the field now. Their 2nd series of the game coming up. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
Green Bay offense to the line now. 1st and 10. Jacobs gets it to start the drive. And he stopped after picking up 9, so they're set up well here with 2nd and 1.
Brought down at the 35-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
That's the end of one. Both teams with a little luck finding the end zone early. Hopefully no shortage of excitement coming up in the 2nd. We'll get you back to Mile High after this. Time for our second quarter. It'll be Packer football to begin. They're looking at second and pretty short. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Well, he's been perfect to that point on the drive, Brock. First time we've seen this coverage force him into a misstep in a while.
I know you hear me talk all the time, Kate, about the rhythm of an offense, right?
Yeah,
And I look at it through those optics so much. But it's the same thing defensively. You've got to get a stop, see the ball hit the ground to knock them out of that rhythm.
On the sneak, it's Love. They were loaded and ready for that sneak, weren't they? They stopped him at the line. No gain.
A gain on the play.
That's more than a must-get for a quarterback. I really put that in the always-get territory. Even if the defense knows what's coming, you got to be able to drive forward for at least a couple inches.
All set to go now from the 35. Throwing on first down, Love. Hits him on the out route. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
Move the chains! Got to move them chains! Build momentum to keep that defense on its heels.
Football's on the 48. Here we go. First down. Love from the gun. Short pass brought in. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Now Love on the play fake. Throwing the out route complete. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
That's another Packers first down. A gain of 19 yards. And a Packer first down.
Kid, I can promise you that's one of those play-action plays they've repped over the week. During practice, the both quarterback and tight end went to bed last night thinking, man, I hope this one's called. And when it is, hope we have just a little space to operate. That play action works beautifully. And the tight end, the beneficiary.
And they get him right at the line of scrimmage.
No gain.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
2nd and 10. Need something positive here. Throwing again. Love. This is Reed working the right side. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. They get an even 10 on that play. And it'll give the Packers the first.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
They'll come up on 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass.
You know what that route is called, right, Kate? OTB. Over the ball. And those are the ones you've got to hit. You've got to be able to play offense from the inside out. Got to find a completion right there.
After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10. Back to the air. Love. Brought in. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line.
A gain of 7 yards. And it's 3rd down.
To the line. Here's 3rd and 3. Stick it in the air. Love. And he scores. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers take a second quarter lead. Christian Watson with the touchdown. If you're going to complete that one successfully, Brock, you need the perfect throw, just the right touch, and you also need a guy who can go up and get it just like that.
Yeah, need to be able to muscle somebody off the ball if you're not alone. And call me a little biased. Go ahead. I don't care.
You're biased.
But the success of that play does come down to the timing of the throw, Kate. If you don't throw it on time to that exact spot, you run out of room, and you don't give yourself that kind of chance.
McManus on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Packers break that tie and now lead by 7.
Broncos 7.
On now is McManus to kick this away. Harvey now to return it. He's stopped on the run back at the 27. The Broncos and Cortland Sutton taking the field once again. It's a touchdown ball game right now, Brock. 14-7 as they start this possession. Broncos to the line now. It's 1st and 10. First play of the drive. Here's Harvey. And he'll make his way through for a pick of a 4.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. Nix, quick out wide, complete. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
It's a gain of 4. Makes it 3rd and 2.
Third and just 2 to go. Here he is on 3rd and short. He finds Ingram working downfield here. And he's going to have this one down to the 37. He picks up 28 on the play. And that's good for a Broncos first down.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
We've set it downs from the 37. First and 10. It's Harvey. Now he continues to find no traction on the ground here, Brock, as they bring him down for no gain.
Taken down right
When one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
37-yard line.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Play action with Nix. He's going to tuck it and run. And they bring him down around the 34.
It's one of those situations, not much to be had there no matter what he did with the ball. Even if he scraped a positive gain out of it, that's still a win and a confidence builder for this defense.
Nickel look by the Packers on 3rd down. To the air on 3rd and long. Complete beyond the marker. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. 12 yards on that play and a good call nets him the first.
You know, they call the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
On 1st and 10, here's Nix. Now here he goes. And he gets this forward to the 19.
The positive of that effort, he didn't go backwards, didn't have a negative play. If there was a negative, you didn't get a whole lot done with your legs. Got to be more efficient now on second down.
Second down now, they need 7. To throw, here's Nix. And he'll set up the screen here, it's Harvey. Makes the tackle, and he's tackled for a short gain.
As an offense, you don't call a screen, Kate, expecting to gain just a few yards. You call it expecting to break out something big and substantial. But it's up to that defense to stay ahead of it, to keep it contained to something much smaller. Case in point right there.
Coming to the line for their 9th play of the drive. This is 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, it's Nix. Finds him over the middle. And he's going to have enough for the first down. Not by much, but he got it. That's all that matters. Sets him up with a 1st and goal. Here's Nix. Dialing up a receiver screen. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos earn the chance to tie it before halftime. It's a Troy Franklin touchdown. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw up plays that have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
Extra point try now from Lutz. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Broncos tie things up at 14. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Brooks now on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Out now runs the Packer offense. And with each team coming off a touchdown and scoring well early on, we've got the makings of a barn burner here, Brock, if they can keep this up.
Yeah, and as a quarterback, as an offense, it doesn't mean you over-try, but you just know, hey, man, our defense having a hard time slowing them down, and we've got to step on that accelerator.
First call here coming from the shotgun. Shotgun now for Love. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tough one to retain through that hit. So second down coming up.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Still 10 to go. Second down now from the 26. Motioning the tight end now. A second down throw here for Love. That's on the quick hitter. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. They picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Love out of the shotgun. He has the first over the middle. And they're going to have this up at the 44-yard line as they haul him down. The Packers take their first time out. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting the first.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. Love with it on first down. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Target that time, Jaden Reed. So it'll be second down.
That's a throw at this level. With so much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. That'd be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
2nd and 10. Love trying again. Hits him on the out route. And he's going to be across midfield, close to the 45 before going out.
There's no routes on the old proverbial route tree, Kate, that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
Battle coming up on 3rd and inches. Loves to throw again. It's Reed downfield, and he's got it. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers get some late points and the lead. Jaden Reed, the touchdown.
I know you got to mix your looks defensively. You just can't play all zone coverage, and sometimes you got to play man-to-man. But with the receiver, with that kind of speed, that is scary, and he just made him pay.
McManus on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Packers break that tie and now lead by 7.
Broncos 14.
On now is McManus to kick this away. Harvey now to return it. This makes it up to the 25. The Broncos and quarterback Bo Nix gearing up for their next series. They're trailing, but there's enough time, Brock, that they could get a scoring drive to attack that here before the break. All right, Denver getting everybody set. So they've got 1st and 10. Nix from the gun. It isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. We have a timeout called by the Broncos. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
The 19-yard line.
Might be time to reach into the bag of tricks on 2nd down. 16 to go following the sack. Putting a receiver in motion. Shotgun snap to Nix. That one's caught along the left sideline. We will not score, but that does set him up, Brock, with 1st and goal, less than a yard away from the end zone. Now timeout taken by Green Bay. That's its 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
First down and goal to go.
They've got 3 tight ends on this 1st and goal, thinking run or play action. They'll try and punch it in. And he's in for the touchdown. The Broncos earn the chance to tie before halftime. Well, we all knew what was coming when they got into that goal line formation, didn't we, Brock? And they just pound the rock in for an old-school touchdown.
I just sometimes love that stuff. Nothing fancy, nothing cute. Here's our formation. You know we're running right at you, and we challenge you to stop us, and you can't.
Extra point try now from Lutz.
The point after.
The point after splits the uprights. And the Broncos tie this game at 21. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. And this is Savion Williams on the return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Packers offense headed out late in the half. And eventually, Brock, one of their drives is going to fail to reach that end zone. But through 3 possessions so far, they have been perfect.
Yeah, and in order for that to happen, somebody somewhere on this defense has got to rise to the occasion.
Packers getting set here. 1st and 10. Love from the gun. Left side into the hands of Dobbs. And he's going to be brought down here at the 42. Timeout taken by the Packers, their 3rd and final one. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
It's a gain of 17 yards. 1st down, Green Bay.
Big shot to begin the drive has him up beyond the 40. On 1st and 10, here's Love. Short pass brought in. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the 2 of them.
1st down, Packers.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 47. Love looking to pass. That's complete to Reed, out left. And this one's only going to pick up a couple before he heads out of bounds.
Out of bounds at the 45-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
8 yards to go. Well, let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Stick it in the air. Love. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Pass was thrown for Christian Watson. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. One of the rare instances there, Brock, where the quick slant doesn't win against zone coverage. You just couldn't hang on to the football.
No, we know this, Kate. In man coverage, it's about that separation, right?
Yeah.
You've got to win and create leverage. Versus zone, it's all about that anticipation and accuracy. And if you're not on point, that zone defender can break it up.
They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
All set to go now from the 35. So we're all knotted up here at the half, Brock, as we send this over to our buddy Scott Hansen, who's got our halftime report. Scott?
Okay, Kate, thanks very much. Scott Hansen back with you in the studios in Orlando. We've got a close one, as we expected. No quarter given on either side. We are all tied up at the break. This one could go either way, so let's find out as they're ready for the 3rd quarter kickoff. Send it back out to the stadium and our commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
All right. Thanks for that hard work, Scott. These 2 teams ready to break this tie as we welcome you back for the 3rd quarter. Well, we're set up for an incredible 2nd half. All tied as we kick it away here in quarter number 3. Harvey now to return it. He's stopped on the run back at the 27. The Broncos with their offense headed out for our first possession of the half. And they could take control of the 2nd half early, Brock, if they break the tie on this opening drive. Broncos to the line now. It's 1st and 10. On the handoff, here's Harvey. Oh, man, nothing for him again, Brock. It has been a struggle all game as this one's quickly mopped up, too.
Brought down
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Throwing the out route complete. And he is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And it's going to be 1st down, Denver.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
1st and 10 now from the 46. There's the option given to Harvey. And he's not able to escape. His own read doesn't work. It's going to cost him a couple of yards, too. With each carry he gets, Brock, I'm starting to wonder, is this going to be the last touch that he gets in this game? Because it hasn't been a great performance for him.
No, individually, collectively, and you can look up front, right? They've just not been winning the battle enough push, enough drive to get this running game going.
Nick Snap to throw. This finds Franklin. And this great effort winds up getting them well into enemy territory before he's brought down. They got 21 yards on the play. And that's good for a Broncos 1st down.
1st and 10.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
They've got 1st down here from the 36. Nick's looking to throw. Left side now, caught by Sutton. And this is going to go as a gain of about 3 before he's met and escorted out.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Nix holds on to it. He wisely avoids contact, sliding down there. That played good enough for a 1st.
It's a gain of 8. That's another Broncos 1st down.
The difference right there, Kate, between that gain and a big hit for a loss, some really quick decision-making. He made a quick read, saw the running back was going to get hit if he handed it, and he pulls it himself for a positive gain.
Giving this to Harvey. And hopefully a bit of a wake-up for their ground game. It's a solid pickup there on the play. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby. But you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you can win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you get runs of that length. It may not be a home run. It may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
He's out of bounds. Looks like right around the 5-yard line, partner. So they're going to be set up with 1st and goal.
15 yards.
That wasn't going anywhere else on that play. It's one of the ones called specifically for the tight end because they know he's able to get a good release off that play action, and then he gets himself in space to do some damage.
4 downs to get this across. Here's 1st and goal. To throw. Here's Nix. Brings it in. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop.
I'm not going to lie. I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards into double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
Ball at the 2 here for 2nd and goal. He gets it headed right. And he's going to fight forward and get in. Touchdown. The Broncos take the lead right away in half number 2. Those defensive coaches got to be hot, Brock. That was a touchdown that shouldn't have happened. That tackle should have ended it.
You try bringing down one of these NFL running backs in this case.
Okay, touche, partner.
They see that goal line. They smell that goal line. It is no sure thing to try to bring down one of those horses before they find pay dirt.
Extra point try now from Lutz. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Broncos break that tie and now lead by 7.
Packers 21. Will Lutz.
Here's Lutz, set to kick this away. Brooks now on the return. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The Green Bay offense about to get started once more. All their scoring has kept them close, but they still find themselves trailing by just a little in this third quarter. Green Bay offense to the line now. 1st and 10. Slot receivers headed left. Running on first here with Jacobs. And he's only able to get back to the line. It's going to be 2nd down.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
First play of the drive lost a yard. Need to get it back and some change here. 2nd down. Here's Love. On target to Musgrave. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. To the air on 3rd and long. Hauled in by Musgrave. And he's going to be taken down here after he takes it to the 45. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that's good for a Green Bay 1st down.
1st down. It's a gain of 17 yards.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, partner, from the 45. A give to Jacobs on the inside handoff. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
Big man up front said, not in my house. Let me tell you, Kate, once you're in the grasp of one of those big old fellas on the D-line, you're done. They would say it on the East Coast like this. It's over. Over.
1st down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Play fake. It's Love. Finds him on the crossing route. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the 1st.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Handoff here to Jacobs. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it, and we'll move to the next.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. They stick with Jacobs. He gets this all the way to the 25 before they stop it. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
I just love that so much, Kate. Yeah, they trailed at the break, but that doesn't deter you from running the ball. And results like that will more than likely have them lean into the run game.
Offense getting set. Here's 1st and 10. Going run again with Jacobs. And this play doesn't work out like the last snap, right? So you can only get back to the line as the defense all over this one.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, you got to tackle behind the line. But a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Shotgun now for Love. Go right side, and Dobbs has it. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line.
Well, there's a time to be a little finessey with the football, put a little touch on, and then there's time to put your arm into it and let it eat. Throw it right through your target's chest. This one, well, that one right there was the latter. Smart to make a fastball zing in before anyone could undercut the curl route.
3rd and 2, Love to throw. It's in or no, they dropped another one. Picks dropped on back-to-back plays, Brock, but it does force a 4th down.
Oh, that was such an opportunity lost. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points on the series. And instead, he just couldn't quite hang on.
A 35-yard attempt.
McManus sends it through. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Marvin Mims now to return it. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. Denver set to take the field on offense. They've certainly had no issues scoring, but their opponents have been right there with them, so they could really use some more points on this drive. All right, Denver getting everybody set, so they've got 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Nix. And the pack gets home, they drop him. And the drive begins with a rough first step there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
As a QB, you know you go empty, it is high alert for you and your offensive line. But it's also a dream come true for a linebacker, especially one as savvy as this guy, to hit that gap, hit that accelerator, and never stop.
Rough start to this set of downs. Now 14 to go on 2nd. Here's Nix to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Okay, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes just like that.
On 3rd down, here's Nix. He lobs this one up, looking deep to the right side, into a crowd, and that pass is intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And the Packers get it back on the final play of the quarter. A nice takeaway to end that 3rd quarter, and they're going to have a new possession waiting to start the 4th. It's Packers football, and they know what they need to do, trailing here in the 4th. Green Bay offense to the line now. 1st and 10. He'll work against the blitz. Throws off the rip, but it's incomplete. Looking for Christian Watson that time. And it's going to be 2nd down.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you, you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10. Jacobs running behind center. Oh, he lost the football! But it looked like the Packers were able to cover it. No turnover, they keep possession. A solid 8-yard gain there, and now they're going to have 3rd and 2. Ooh, so close to a big play defensively there, Brock, but now these guys got to stay out there. They were unable to bring in the fumble they just forced.
They do, got to bring a little bit of juice, but kind of like a boxer when they get a guy cut, they know. Man, if I get that first cut, I can make them bleed, and you get that ball out the first time, I guarantee you, I promise you, those guys are thinking that.
Wow, his first real mistake, that's intercepted. Talanoa Hufanga makes the play.
Their first pick of the game comes in an awfully big moment. Really just cancels out all the great work your defense did to give you that ball.
First and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Denver ready for another offensive possession. They are coming off their first interception of the game. This drive now a chance to rebuild some confidence. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. First and 10. Shaking off the pick quickly. He's going to throw. Finds him on the slant. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. They fake the handoff. Now Nix. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Now Nix on 3rd down. That's caught for the first. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
First down now, ball at the 33. Once more, it's Nix. And the Packers are all over it. He goes down. It's 3 sacks for the game so far. Brings up 2nd down.
When we think about safeties, I mean, it's just right in the name, right? The safety is the last line of protection in the passing game. We don't think of them as blitzers. But, Kate, let me tell you, for a safety blitz to get home, they got to be great disguisers. They can't show that blitz early. That safety didn't, and the quarterback took the brunt of the contact.
After the sack could really use a big play here on 2nd down. It's 2nd and 15. Shotgun snap to Nix. He's in trouble and gets brought down again. And hopefully they'll have some better blocking on the next play because that was not good. Brings up 3rd down.
I know the scoreboard doesn't say it, but this has been a winning effort up front defensively. One of the keys to their success was going to be this pass rush and sacking the quarterback, and they can check that box.
This is a tough spot to be in. It's 3rd and very long. Backfield is empty as they motion him out right. 3rd and long for him here. Taking a deep shot here. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
And that fair catch brought in just beyond the 30-yard line. The Packers ready to run their offense back out there. And you know that interception is in the back of their minds as they head back out there now. First down now, ball at the 33. It's an option right that begins this drive. And he won't get beyond the line of scrimmage. Good work by the defense. 2nd down coming up.
Man, it is tough to fool this defense with how they just react to these plays, Kate. They held that line, the QB keeper, it gets 0.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. On the handoff, here's Jacobs. And he has it right near midfield here. Looks like about a yard short. A gain of 15 there. And it'll give the Packers the first.
You know, Coach gets in that QB's headset, probably told his offense and his QB, listen, I don't want to see a third down on this possession. Or something kind of like that. Whatever version he told him, it worked.
Going to the ground again on first. And this goes across midfield and into Broncos territory. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
You know, Kate, it's plays like that. It's just kind of the meat and potatoes. Not going to make any highlight reel, but just the positive, efficient plays on the ground you need to keep plays and drives alive.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. Oh, he's denied the first, but not by much. His play gets down to the 42-yard line.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 1.
3rd down, 1 yard to go. Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Broncos all around him, and down he goes. And this defense makes the stop in a big way to bring up 4th down.
Flat out a tremendous call. Perfect timing to blitz the corner, and the result proves it. There was barely time for the QB to set himself up to throw, let alone look downfield for a target before he was absolutely decked by somebody who I think enjoyed that chance to rush the passer.
So 4th down, here comes Daniel Wheeler to send it flying for the Packers. And he's got a good chance to really stick him deep his first time out. This one's headed for the sideline and out. We'll get the mark. They say it's at the 9 where it crossed.
At their own 9-yard
The Broncos and quarterback Bo Nix gearing up for their next series. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember, but as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget. Broncos to the line now. It's 1st and 10. Give up the middle to Harvey. And he's going to get this one to about the 22 before they take him down. Big gain, 14 on the play. And it's going to be 1st down, Denver.
That's good for a Broncos.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
Harvey gets it on the counter. And they come through with a big stop there. Got him down for a loss as they keep fighting back here in the 4th. Well, the extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, you call 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Nix. Now set up the screen here. It's Harvey. And he's able to get across the 25 before stepping out.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
About set. This is 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. Finds the in route complete. We got the football, Brock, but not the first. That stopped just shy of the marker. 4th down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
He's hit before he can get anything on that return. The Packers and Josh Jacobs about set to go on offense. And those legs must be tired, but he ain't stopping, Brock. Not with the type of game that he's been having for himself on the ground. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Love from the gun. Batted away at the line. Incomplete. He didn't put it high enough to get it over that line. Second down coming up. He's been a frequent target throughout this game, Bronk. We've seen that coverage tighten up a little bit more on him every time the ball's thrown his way.
Well, hasn't taken him off the board completely. He's still beating them for some catches, but that heightened focus defensively does lead to moments like that one where what would normally be a catch falls incomplete.
Hits him on the out route. And he's going to get this up to the 26 before being taken down.
Kate, if there was one throw in the game plan that kept me up at night more than any other, it was an out route versus zone coverage. Because you got to throw with anticipation, but you also got to make sure those defenders' eyes aren't reading you like a book.
Looking to throw. Right back to Watson. This is caught. And he crosses the sideline a yard or two beyond, it looks like the 30.
Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it on line, you feel good about it's going in the hole, but you never want to leave it short.
All right, one more snap here before our 2-minute warning. They'll run for it. Jacobs. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
It's a gain of 2.
He only finds a window for 2, but that's still enough for a first down.
2 yards on the play. And a Packer first down.
Love out of the shotgun. Short pass brought in. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now. Setting up to pass. Now setting up the screen for Jacobs. And he's tackled with a first down yardage. Looks like we'll have a pause here. An injured Bronco out there and in some pretty obvious pain after that play. Here's 1st and 10 from the 47. Back to throw. Brought in by his back. It's Jacobs. And they're not going to have to burn a timeout. Smart play here. He gets out of bounds with the first down.
I think one of my favorite adjectives, I don't know why, it just sounds good off the lips, is shred. Shredding paper, shredding the slopes, or dude shredding a defense just like that.
Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. He'll look to throw it. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. Talanoa Hufanga makes the play.
Well, they're in danger going back to somebody who's already done damage in this game. He makes himself, well, he's a top target, but he makes himself a priority for this defense to defend, and they jumped on that opportunity.
The Broncos running their offense out once again. That defensive stand might have been the final effort needed to seal away the victory, Brock, but can't quite take off the pads just yet. Offense has to finish this one out.
Yeah, a few things here, Kate, to keep in mind, right? You got to slow the game down as a quarterback. Take every second off the clock. If you're handling the ball, you guard it with your life, and you make sure your defense doesn't come on the field again. They just did their job. Now you got to do yours.
First call here coming from the shotgun. Oh, Bronk, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. Hits him on the in route. And this one is over. He's got the Broncos the first down, and that should just about button up this victory. The Packers take their first time out. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the first. All set to go now from the 35. Shotgun hands off to Harvey. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard. Now timeout taken by Green Bay. That's its second.
2 yards on
And they'll have just one left to burn now.
I think we got to be careful, and I'll raise my hand of thinking that play was just a nothing burger. Because what can happen from that, Kate, is he put some nice toppings on it. A play-action pass, a shot that comes down the road from what looked like a very plain play.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. They're going to pass it here. Finds him on the crossing route. And he takes it down to the 33. Timeout taken by the Packers. Their 3rd and final one. That's all they had. So the offense free to start running the clock down now.
At the 33-yard line.
Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on first down. Here's a look for Nix. So it's a win for the Broncos. This is the type of game everyone was hoping they'd see when they entered this stadium, Brock, you and I included. A close one that went all the way down to the final whistle.
And, Kate, this is one of the bigger adjustments a college player has to make to the NFL. In college, you get a lot of blowouts. The NFL, every game you get calloused because you know more often than not they'll be like this, a one-possession game that's not about how you start. It's all about how you finish.
Well, that'll do it for us, for Brock Heward and our entire hard-working crew. I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Broncos are winners, as we'll see you next time from Denver.